Hi folks, it's Ros here again, and sorry, feeling a little bit rusty in the throat. I haven't spoken to anybody all day, which I guess is why I'm well qualified to talk about the joys of solitude. Wherever you are, I hope you're hanging on in there and doing okay. And today I'd like to share some thoughts about what I call the fallacy of future fears, which is, I think, quite relevant to the situation we're in now, where a lot of us are under lockdown and we just don't know how long this is going to last. And it's easy to get a bit carried away, especially if you're a planner like I am. We like to know when things are going to come to an end and to plan accordingly. And this uncertainty about just how long we're going to be cooped up can add another layer of complication to what's going on. But there are survival strategies for this. This makes me think about a guy that I met, long time ago now, probably 10 years or so, called Milko Van Gogh, who is an endurance swimmer. He was preparing to swim from Ireland to Scotland, or maybe it was vice versa. And he was telling me about how a lot of endurance swimmers setting out on one of these epic channel swims freak themselves out. Before they actually get physically exhausted, in their heads they start thinking about how, I'm starting to feel a little bit tired now, and if I'm feeling this tired after 1 hour, how am I going to feel after 3 hours? I don't think I can handle that. And basically their brain just freaks them out, and long before they reach the point of actual exhaustion, they're imagining being exhausted and they quit. So how to avoid that? Because this is what the brain likes to do. The brain likes to extrapolate and say, well, if I'm 10% exhausted now, I'm going to be 100% exhausted in however long. So don't let the brain go there. I actually learned this the hard way when I was doing the Atlantic. I remember for, the first couple of months, which is a long time, I kept asking myself, do I have what this takes? Am I made of the right stuff to row across oceans? And what happens when you ask that question is your brain goes back through your memory banks and says, do I have any evidence that I can get through this? And if you're doing something you've never done before, like enduring lockdown or rowing across an ocean, your brain comes back and goes, let's panic. We have absolutely no evidence that we can do this. We've never done it before. Abort, abort. And we freak ourselves out. Well, when you step back and think about it, that doesn't really make any sense. There's a first time for everything. And the only way that we can find out if we can get through it is to just keep doing it. So this is what I realised I had to do. That asking myself, can I do this, was actually a bogus question. And it wasn't serving me. That what I needed to do was just keep showing up day after day, rowing shift after rowing shift, and just keep doing the thing. And only time would tell whether I was capable of doing it or not. So basically, I just had to get present with what needs to be done in the moment to get a bit closer to the end. And it works. And then once you've endured something really challenging once, it gives you confidence that you can do it again. So this is what I call my bifocal approach now, is like through the top half of my lens to have a vision of how great it's going to be when this is over. And through the bottom half of my bifocal lens, be focusing on what I have to do right now, right here, to get a bit closer to that destination. But then don't think about everything that happens between here and there. Just leave that be. It will come around soon enough. Just keep those two perspectives, the long-term vision and the here and the now. And just keep doing what you're doing, keep on hanging on in there. And when your brain tries to run off into the future, just rein it back and say, it's cool, brain, I've got this. We have a plan. The plan is to just keep doing it. Easy as that, if only it was. I hope that helps. Remember that bifocal approach and don't fall into the fallacy of future fears. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying happy and healthy and safe and sane wherever you are. Sending you lots of love. Take care. Bye.